Hi everyone, your friend Leo Cervantes here to talk about Cancun, Mexico. So a couple of weeks ago, I went to Mexico. I went to Cancun and something got my attention, right? On my way there was a lot of people on the plane. One thing I noticed big time, I saw a lot of Jewish people, like a lot. I've never seen so many Jewish people going to Mexico on the same airplane. Tourists, right? So I jump on the plane, very nice people. I had conversations with a lot of people. I'm from Mexico, blah, blah, blah. I got to Cancun. I went to Puerto Morelos. It's a beautiful place. I recommend Puerto Morelos. Beautiful place nearby Cancun, 25 minutes away from the airport, 45 minutes from Cancun. Anyway, so when I go to Mexico, every time I go to Mexico, I like to hear from people that live there, people that experience, people that every day, the everyday life in Mexico, they get affected or they just live their lives everyday lives. So one of the things that was kind of weird, and I want to mention, and please don't get me wrong, I'm not generalizing, but it has something to do with when I came to the US in 1989, I didn't know English, right? And if I was talking to a Spanish speaking person, most of the times, not always, but a lot of times, somebody out there will be like, hey, speak English. You are in America, right? And you'll be like, oh, I'm sorry. I don't know the language because I didn't. Anyway, something that caught my attention, and it's kind of funny or weird, or I don't know how you want to call it, but according to a lot of people, I always interview people, I talk to people, restaurant owners or workers or people on the streets or whatever. One of the things that caught my attention was when I listened to certain people speaking Spanish to restaurants, right? With an accent in English or Spanish. Spanish people speaking Spanish with an accent. That's what I meant. And, I approach people, hey, how you doing? Where are you from? Right? I'm from Canada. I'm from the United States. I'm from, there was a lot of people from Germany, a lot of Germans. But again, one of the things that caught my attention is that when you talk to the local people, Mexicans, and you ask them, how do you feel about, people coming from other places? They're more than welcome to come, blah, 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 generates jobs, people love our country, it feels good. You hear a lot of positive. I didn't hear anything negative. But the one thing is that not one, not two, maybe three or four people said to me something that caught my attention on how Canadians try to talk or speak Spanish. Heavy accent, whatever. But if the person talks to them in English, they say, no, let me practice my Spanish. So when I heard that 2, 3, 4 times, maybe 4 times, I was like, really? And what about people from the US? They're like, no. People from the US, they talk to us in English. And I was like, really? Yeah. You go to places and they're like, they just talk to you. And if you say, I'm sorry, I don't know English, why? Right? And people feel funny because they're like, because we are in Mexico, right? That's why I don't know Spanish. Anyway, it got my attention when it came to that. But at the same time, some people say, yeah, but listen, Americans tip very well. Canadians don't. So I found it funny. I found it interesting how Canadians, according to few people, they are willing to learn the language, to speak the language, to, respect the country or the language or whatever you want to call it, versus Americans. But anyway, I heard those stories, which I think it was kind of funny. But at the same time, I would ask people, so now all the people or most of the people that come here, how do they feel? They feel safe, they feel secure. Oh yeah, the people love it here. They come back. Some people bought property, they live here. And I noticed that by talking to some people, I would say to some people, welcome to Mexico. How do you like Mexico? Where are you from? Or where you come from? People say, kind of joking, where am I from? I'm from here. I live here. I've been living here for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. I'm like, wow, right? which is good. Like I said, it's a different type of immigration into Mexico, not only because of the benefit of bringing the Canadian money or US money or euros or whatever, but every country in the world, they would love to have income when it comes to tourism, right? People that come to visit the country. Make long story short, I ask people, I like asking people how do they feel about all these people coming from all over the place. They like it a lot. They love it. When I ask people about safety, how safe is it? No problem. It's good. People come in because of that. It's safe and it's a lot of fun. So one other thing that gets my attention is that when I say to locals, right, would you go to the United States, like to get a job there or something? You know what? 3 times I heard from people, no, I got a job here. My family's here. I don't know nobody there. I don't speak the language very well. Why would I go there to work like I know Mexicans work there like crazy on the roofs, picking up fruits and vegetables, doing this, doing that, 12, 14, 16 hours a day, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they make a lot of money, but they pay a lot of money. I was like, wow, so people get it, right? People get it. Of course, I mean, the money's better here, but you spend a lot of money. The money there is less, but you spend less money. And the one thing that caught my attention, and I was very happy to hear, is that a lot of people are happy now there working, they have a job, a lot of tourists going into Mexico. I've noticed a lot of Argentinians, a lot of Colombians working, waiters, waitresses, a lot of Central Americans, people from Honduras, from all over the place. I mean, Mexico became right now the place where now they know they shouldn't come to the United States because there's no way for them to come. Instead, they're staying in Mexico, a lot of them. The government in Mexico are also deporting a lot of people because I do get it, like I said in the past videos or comments. Immigration could be one thing or the other. You have people that come to do the right thing. You have people that do the wrong thing, right? That's everywhere, whether you go to Spain, China, Russia, Mexico, whatever, or US. But anyway, I wanted to talk about this trip to Mexico because I was very happy to see happy people. I was very happy to see local people or tourists happy, getting together, getting to know each other. I like that a lot. I think it's very important that we start, understanding each other, whether you're local from our country and people that come into your country. I think it's a beautiful thing. I respect that a lot. Mexico, a lot of people don't know, Mexico is a big country. Mexico is visited by 42 million people a year. I went to a meeting where they were talking about a museum, right? And I felt weird because there was a lot of people there asking questions. So what do you think about the museum coming up to Highlands, about clams? Highlands is a clammer town, and they were talking about a museum. And I felt kind of weird, but I said, you know what? I'm going to share information. I know some people are going to look at me as if I'm from another planet. But I raised my hand and they're like, Leo, what's going on? I said, well, listen, I do believe that museums are important because they bring tourists. They want to come and see and understand the culture and who came from where and history and learn, right? So I said, which by the way, a lot of you guys don't know, and I said it. I said, Mexico City is the city with most museums in the world. So few people look at me like, what is he saying, right? I said, a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that Mexico is a huge city, bigger than New York City. A lot of people don't know that Chapultepec Park. And I wasn't, showing off or anything like that. Like I said, I love this country. I respect this country. But I can share, information. I always talk about leaving that little bubble. You have to learn. You have to see other things. The United States is a great country. It's a very rich country. But that doesn't mean that you don't see beauty. I've been to Colombia. Medellin, Colombia is beautiful. I've been to Cartagena. I've been to Bogota. Please don't get me wrong. I like Medellin a lot. But Mexico, it's a huge country. 32 states. Everywhere you go is beautiful. People, and I'm going to talk about ignorance. People relate Mexico to cartel, drugs. When you say Colombia, oh, Pablo Escobar. No. Colombia, Shakira, a lot of people who invented stuff. Same thing in Mexico, color TV, things that people don't know. People that don't realize how much of unbelievable things are great or negative too, but everywhere. Anyway, I thought it was important sharing with you guys about how people feel, people that go to Mexico, about safety, about sharing or becoming part of the environment. That was beautiful. I was very satisfied with that. And as well, how Mexicans feel about people going into Mexico, willing to cooperate with, creating jobs and giving jobs to people and being respectful. That was very, very, very beautiful. So I wanted to share that with you. I respect everybody. Welcome to Mexico. Welcome to the US. As long as you come to do the right thing. I believe in that. And maybe one day we should go to Mexico and make a video. You know what? That's not a bad thing. I'm going to talk to my guy. I have a guy, great guy, German. We're going to go to Mexico. We're going to shoot a video and we should interview people on camera for you guys to hear what people have to say about immigrants or tourists or whatever. Because I think it's important to share that information. But anyway, thank you for watching this video. It's just a great thing to share that how things work. And please continue watching. Thank you very much. Throw me some comments. I'm open to whatever, positive, negative. Who am I to, say negative things? I will never say negative things about no one or anything. These are my thoughts. I don't like to get into negativity. I like positive, and I hope you get that from me. So thank you for watching. I'll see you guys soon, and hasta la vista, baby. All right? Thank you.